Hello, everybody. Welcome to Central Maine Community College, Auburn, Maine, for a conference men's basketball matchup on Munzing Media Sports. Jim Toomey, along with our executive producer, Rob Munzing, and our Central Maine camera crew, as the Mustangs welcome the Knights of Vermont State Randolph. Rob, should be a great matchup. Of course, some of the students have left for the holiday break, finishing exams, but people are filtering in, and Vermont State will try to salvage one win on this Maine road trip.
Yeah, they really come up against the Iron in their last several games. Had a tight game with SM that they won, had a tight game with UMA last night that UMA won at the end of the game, and so another game tonight. Back-to-back games. Mustangs come in well-rested, Jim. We'll have to see if that factors in at all here to this one, but this is a game that we circled here pretty early on in our coverage and said, hey, we're going to finish with a good game, and we expect that to be the case here today.
Unfortunately, a few Mustangs still on the injured list. A couple went on this week, and we'll mention it briefly a little bit later on. As we look at the Knights, their coach is Jamal Hughes in his fifth year, assisted by Elijah Pratt. They're 9-3 overall. Rob, all three of their losses have been by 3 points.
Yeah, as we said, they've come up against the Iron here, and every game they're in, it's a well-contested game for sure.
They only have played 4 conference games. They're 3-1 in that. And we're going to, before we go into further details, Rob will be talking to Caden Moore. No stranger to an interview. I remember Caden was interviewed early in his first season.
Yeah, we brought Caden on a few times here this year, and certainly it's always good to hear words of wisdom from one of the veteran players here, particularly as we come into this big game here. So we'll bring Caden in. Caden, big game here tonight. A good way to finish up what's been a really good run for you guys. Talk a little bit about the preparation going into this. You're catching them coming off a game last night. You guys come in well rested. A few guys nicked up and out.
Yeah, we know that how their offense is. We really watch film on them, and we know that it runs through one player, and our goal is to stop this one player and take advantage. Well,
we have certainly seen Jalen Calvin over the course of the years here. You'll see him today if you're new to watching. He's a terrific player, and he can be a one-man show. Yeah. Are there plans to do some doubling, things of that sort, without giving away the game? I don't think any of them are watching right now, so I think you can spill the beans a little bit.
Well, we know we're just going to press like crazy because they don't have a defense. They play like 6 guys a game, so we're just going to take advantage of that. So, yeah.
And conversely, you guys, and what Jim and I have been mentioning consistently all year, Caden, in the first 6-7 minutes, you'll have already played 10 guys. That's been a huge advantage for you guys in a couple of ways. 1, keeps you fresh. 2, keeps you out of foul trouble. Yeah, that's mainly one of the reasons why we're so successful, is that our second 5 is just as good as our first 5. So we're not really losing anything if we sub out our first 5. So. Well, we certainly want to wish you the very best of luck. We've had a lot of fun covering you here in the first half of the season, and wish you a nice break. And, we looking forward to the second half of the year and a long run in the playoffs for you guys. Caden Moore joined us. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll have more pregame after this.
Goal in public service is to improve the quality of life in communities. This is the Public Service and Social Sciences Department. We originally started with criminal justice, and then we added more programming.
I'm in the forensic science program.
I want to become a state fire investigator.
State trooper.
I want to be a game warden.
Forensic psychologist.
Behavioral health professional.
CM offers a lot more hands-on learning than most places.
The only way to give them that experience is to do that through immersive scenario training.
You actually dust their fingerprints.
Learning how to go through, take pictures, what to look for.
We are the only college in the state of Maine that offers a 3rd-year advanced certificate in police operations.
It is a great way of excelling your career and jump-starting you onto that path.
The Public Service Simulation Center allows us to fully implement an immersive training environment.
Can I see your other hand?
You just don't want to get boxed in.
We teach de-escalation and empathetic communication to better address community needs.
The instructors are awesome.
They really care about our education.
We have people that teach who have been members or are actively members of these industries. This is a one-of-a-kind program.
It's prepared me to have a step up in my professional career.
Here at the school, they're really invested in our education.
It's a nice environment.
Central Maine Community College. It's going back to the Knights of Vermont State University Randolph. They score 84.8 points a game while giving up 67.7. Shooting percentages, 47.7 from the floor, 34.8 from long distance, and 72% at the foul line. However, that was not the case last night against University of Maine Augusta on this court. Again, it was UMA 62, Vermont State Randolph 59. The Knights only shot 33.8 from the floor, 21.4 from long distance on 6 out of 28, and they did shoot 58% at the foul line. They were led by Jalen Calvin with 24 points. He also had 13 rebounds. He shot 8 out of 21 from the field, 3 out of 8 from long distance. Looking at the Central Maine Mustangs, head coach Dave Gagne, 32nd year, 589 wins. That's hard to comprehend.
Incredible.
When you're around, Rob, with getting wins, especially attached to an educational institution, you got to know your sport, but also you got to be a quality person.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Because you wouldn't have longevity just on the wins and losses. Assistant coaches Jared Rubin, Corey David, Mike McCurry, and Xavier Roman. The Mustangs 13-5 overall, 7-0 in the conference. They've had a lot of home games, 9-2 at home. We know in January it's going to flip back the other way. They're on a 12-game winning streak. Mustangs score 85.4 points a game while giving up 75 points. They shoot 49.2 from the floor, 35% from behind the arc, and 62.4% at the foul line. Again, their last game, they did an exhibition game actually 2 nights ago against Bridgeton Academy, but they're well rested as far as conference play goes. They defeated Kennebec Valley in a pretty good game to avenge an early loss. They defeated Kennebec Valley 77-66. And news around the league, Washington County, the Golden Eagles next year are official conference members.
Yeah, that's great news, Jim. Fantastic news. They've really built that program up very quickly down there, and they can be congratulated for that, and we look forward to covering the games that they play down here.
So both men's and women's teams go to Fort Kent, Rob, for a stayover, January 9th and January 10th. Both men's and women's teams will be playing at the University of Maine, Fort Kent. There's 7 away games in a row before they come home against Washington County on January 24th. Yeah. So they're going to be the Road Warriors by then.
The Road Warriors, yeah. As you said, good home cooking, 9-2 this year so far.
Just about ready for Steve English on the PA. And not to get too far ahead, the UMA game is the second home game back on January 28th. As far as the national rankings go, coming in to this weekend, Vermont State Randolph was actually ranked number 1 in the country. Central Maine 6, Southern Maine 9, and UMA 10th. In the women, number 1, Central Maine Community College is heading that list. So going down for PA announcer, Steve English.
Probably going to let the clock come down. Want to thank Steve for all his fine work. He cues up, you folks don't see it at home, but he cues up all our replays and does a great job putting stats up here. What a live-in event that Steve puts together here for the people viewing here from Kirk Hall. It's, without question, definitely the best in the league and best in, a lot of places, even up through Division III and Division II. Fantastic what Steve does.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Kirk Hall on the campus of Central Maine Community College for today's men's basketball game between the Vermont State University Knights and your Central Maine Mustangs. First, The starting lineup for the visiting Knights. Number 3, Will Jenkins. Number 4, Jaden Clark. Number 5, Jalen Calvin. Number 11, Vic Dueno. And number 21, Muhammad Kondi. Head coach of the Knights is Jamal Hughes. He is assisted by Elijah Pratt. And now the starting lineup for your Mustangs. From Naugatuck, Connecticut, number 1, Caden Moore. From Houston, Texas, number 5, Ryan White. From Rockport, Maine, number 11, Will Duke. From Wyndham, Maine, number 31, Brady Dixon. And from Miami, Florida, number 35, Alex Regis. Head coach of the Mustangs is Dave Gagne. He is assisted by Corey David, Jared Rubin, Mike McCurry, and Xavier Roman. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
So, Jim, I got a heads up from the officials. We're going to have a technical to start this game. There was something not right with the book. Maybe Steve knows.
Yeah, the visiting team did not get the starting lineup in on time.
Yeah, I noticed on live stats that it didn't populate until the very end. So, yep. Patrick Dexler signing the technical foul, I believe, right? I'm just kidding about Patrick.
And the foul shot was missed. Remember the old days that your home uniforms would be even and your away uniforms would be odd? In other words, Rob Munson would wear number 20 at home, number 21 on the road.
Really?
Somebody would have 30 and 31. Well, I remember a tournament game where the manager, whoever, put in for the starting 5 all the wrong numbers, and they started with 5 technical foul shots. Seriously. Anyway.
Yeah, he didn't get his letter that year.
That was quite common back in the 60s.
Yeah, it must have been, Jim, before my time, because you're a lot older than I am.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Whatever is a little bit. As I say, I think that was a game. It was Roman numerals on the scoreboard.
Yeah, peach baskets.
Right. Well, let's not go far that. Okay.
Should be a good one here, folks. Buckle up.
Knights have the ball. A floating shot off glass and good. Will Jenkins makes it 2-0. Vermont State Randolph. Used to be Vermont Technical Institute, but about 4 years ago they changed to Vermont State University, and then they tell at the end of that what the campus is. So they're from Randolph. Goes into Moore. Moore goes to work, fakes, gives it up to Duke. Brigitte gets it back from Duke. Baseline jumper, high off the rim. Moore with the rebound and the putback.
Yeah. Here's the guy, Caden inside. We had Caden on pregame. He talked about how they're going to try to defense up.
The far side, here's a three-point shot by the Knights, no good. Missed by Conde, rebound Duke. We will not see Javion Jacobs today. We will not see JT Pound. Brigitte to Crady Dixon. Duke dumps it in baseline to Moore. Moore back out to Brigitte. Will Duke backs out, still 12 on the shot clock. Ryan White gets a start tonight. Gives it to Duke. White fakes. Duke fakes a three, gives it back to White. Comes up short. Rebound Jenkins. We're tied at 2, just 90 seconds into the game. Calvin went all the way. He dished it off baseline, and the Knights going to have 2 foul shots.
Yeah, so we got a little step for the Mustangs here inside with Pound and Jacobs both out, Jim. It's going to fall on Alex Brigitte, but Alex has had a terrific first semester of play so far, and he's equal to the task. As we have seen, he's been our player of the game a couple of times, so just won't have that depth that they normally have.
Mohamed Condi at the line, 72% foul shooter. A senior from Dover, Delaware. We haven't seen too many players home or away from Delaware, have we?
No, we haven't. Small state, that's why.
The game I was doing a few weeks ago at another location, the player was from New Mexico, which, again, I haven't come across. Nice job at the foul line by Condi. 4-2 Knights. Brigitte whips it over to Dixon. Will Duke for 3. That rattles off, and getting the rebound is Jenkins, a senior from Charlotte, North Carolina. Certainly a veteran squad here for the Knights. Layup is short, left-handed shot by Clark fell away. Here comes Moore. Duke, they try to go inside to Brigitte, and they're going to say it's Knights ball. And officials are going to talk it over. Who has a deciding vote?
Yeah, not sure how that's going to play through.
Yeah. Well, it was changed to Mustang ball, and I thought it was going to go back the other way for a second. Dixon wants a screen, gives it to Moore. Moore, the jumper, around and off, rebound Duke, and taken away by Calvin. Jalon Calvin, a senior now. It seems like he's been playing for 8 years.
I know, he has been. He's been an exciting player since his first dribble.
Here's Will Duke on the steal. Duke has it taken away. Excellent defense by Clark. And something going on, stepped on the end line. 4-2 Vermont State Randolph. Vermont has some Division III teams. Vermont State Johnson, Vermont State Linden, and the bigger campus is at Castleton. And they do have football at Castleton. Halfway through the shot clock, Mustangs. Ryan White, bounce pass to Brigitte. Brigitte comes up shooting, does not get the roll. Weak side rebound by Jenkins. Condi takes it deep and scores as Will Duke hit the deck, no call.
Yeah, trying to draw the player control. They're letting them play. Only one foul call in the game here.
As happened last night, at least from my perspective on the video. Dixon behind the arc. Brigitte. Ryan White for 3. That's short. It was a And they tried to run out there. Calvin intended for Jenkins, a little too long.
Well, we said the Mustangs were well rested. They did have that exhibition game midweek, but their shooting's off a little bit here so far, Jim.
Dixon, first-year player from Windham, Maine, off a couple of state high school championships for the Windham Eagles. And they're supposed to do well again this year. And a foul underneath.
Yeah, Mustangs have started out 1 of 8 from the field. Thus the 2 points, and the shot that they hit was right underneath.
Sure, I thought.
So we do have Dave Mike just checking that. That's why you heard that a little bit, so we'll be able to go in the huddle again.
Ryan White into Moore. Moore takes it deep, comes up short. It went off the front rim. Rebound Clark. Clark going coast to coast, and he lays it in. Excellent speed by Jaden Clark, and we're going to have a timeout. 15:48 on the clock, first half. Vermont State Randolph 8, Central Maine Community College 2 on Munzing Media Sports.
Yeah, well, let's go in the huddle.
You understand that. You're in 10, but 1. You've got the rebound. You've got the rebound. You've got to go back. You've got the rebound. They're catching on the wing, and you're statues. You're just standing. Don't just stand. Move and cut. Do you understand? Reverse the ball. Simple basketball. He shot 3 times. 4 guys watched. Now go rebound. I don't want you to say one timeout. Let's go.
It usually comes back to basics, doesn't it, Jim? So many times. Let's rebound. And that's one of the advantages the Mustangs have had pretty much all year. They have won the rebound battle pretty consistently.
Last night, UMA won the rebound battle against the Knights.
Yep.
Duke being watched closely. Vic Dueno, number 11. Out by midcourt, White. Dixon tries to go into Brigitte. And it's going to be Knights ball. And then they call a foul on the Knights.
Yeah. The ball was already set to be given to the Knights, and foul was called. Better angle.
It's on Calvin, his first. Ryan White back out to Dixon. Moore from 17 off the front rim. Nice rebound, Dixon, and Crady Dixon with the putback.
Yeah, just what Coach was talking about in the timeout. Let's rebound.
8-4. Vermont State Randolph, the lead in the basketball. And down there, an excellent pass by Calvin, but Clark missed it. Duke playing pass with White. White comes up shooting. Off the rim, no good. Rebound Moore to Duke. Overshoots. Will Duke got caught up in midair and was a tough adjustment, I think. Calvin, the All-American Player of the Year, and other accolades along the way. From Missouri City, Texas. 9 to shoot as a three-pointer. Bang. Calvin made that one. Deep corner.
Yeah, and he can go off on you, too.
Yes. Averaging 22.3 a game. Goes into Moore. Moore over the front rim and good. Calvin only shooting, though, Rob, 28% from long distance.
Yeah, more a slasher. Dribble drive guy.
And he loses the ball. Excellent defense. It goes over to Moore. Moore lays it up and in. Score the basket. That was interesting, Rob.
Well, we're going to go way back on this one and take a look at it because it starts with some really good D here. Ball lost. And then we're playing pitter-patter with it.
Looked like Fumble-Rooski.
It did. Dixon made the pass just by hand shoveling it ahead. That was an incredible highlight right there. I'm glad we got the whole thing in.
And three-point play. Caden Moore came in shooting 65% at the foul line. Keontae Martian for the first time replacing Will Duke. Marsh, number 4, 6'1" sophomore from Dallas, Texas. Vermont State, Randolph. Stolen away by Moore. Moore up and good. What excellent body control by Caden Moore. And the game is tied. Timeout called by Coach Jamal Hughes.
Well, I just saw that great defense by Moore, and then the finish. We'll go in the huddle.
Okay. Guys, my fault at the beginning. Some of you thought you were in 5, some were in 10, all right? We're going to win 10 on dead balls, right? But on a rebound, let's get back at 5, okay? On dead, we'll go to 10, all right? You do that? All right. Let's run to the back door now next time, okay? We're going to run it to you now. On this side, Alex, okay? Kay, you're at the top. Jay on this side. Okay, you're coming down this wing, right? Alex popped up. Screen for the ball, Grady. Pitch and go. Once you get the ball, come, Caden. You're going to get the rebound and the follow, okay? Right now, he's working on 10. So pick up full court. Give me 2 more minutes, okay? Give me 2 more minutes hard, okay? Back court, you stay on him, right? Front court, you take 3 steps off. Here we go. Okay, let's go.
There it is.
Notice the Knights have somebody not dressed today. J.D. Anderson, 6'4" senior from Embrun, Ontario. I see him at the end of the bench with his warm-up stuff on. He's had a couple of high-scoring games. I know we got 25 in a game a week or so ago. This Calvin stops, shoots, back rim. Dixon with the rebound. Marsh being guarded by Dueno. Marsh gets it back. White, or rather Jaden Williams in there, number 12. Freshman 6'3" from Houston, another Texas Proc. Lone Stars players all over the place. 5 to shoot. Turnaround Brigitte. In and out. Scramble for it. They call foul on Moore. It'll be Knights ball.
Yeah, in the scrum.
12:48 remaining first half. We're tied at 11.
Well, playing out just about what we predicted, Jim. It was going to be competitive.
Yeah, we could see ebbs and flows with streaks by either team, I think. Dueno outside. Looking things over. Jenkins being guarded by Williams. Jenkins, the floater. He's got it.
Ooh, pretty.
He's from Charlotte, North Carolina. 13-11 Knights. Dixon. Marsh coming in baseline, out to Moore. Brigitte from 14 feet. He gets the friendly roll at the hometown gym.
Yeah. The friendly roll of Kirk Hall right there.
Tied at 13. That's Calvin in front of the Mustangs bench, directing traffic. They rotated around. Nate Decker in for the Knights, number 22. Three-pointer Knights. That one rattles off. That was missed by Jenkins. Here comes Williams. Marsh has it. Always interested in how many assists did the team get, which is a good concept to focus on.
Yeah, never talks about himself.
Right. Nice move by Moore, but it spun out. And nice save by Calvin as he went to Condi. Nearing the 11-minute mark remaining first half. Calvin in midair dishes it off to Decker. Jenkins with it. Three-pointer off the rim by Dueno. Rebound Brigitte.
Yeah, that rebound message got through.
Oh, yeah.
Much better job on the boards.
There's a hop, skip, and a jump and a basket for Jaden Williams.
Boy, what a pretty finish, Jaden. That's going to get a look from us.
Mustangs by 2. Calvin from downtown Auburn off the back rim. Rebound Knights by Conde. And deflected by Marsh. Picked up by Brigitte. And then finally it saved, I think, Rob. And coming out of the pack is Marsh. He almost double dribble. Williams across. Dixon for 3. Bang!
Yeah, just the way you draw that one up.
You're going to have to go way back
wow.
for that replay. 18-13. We just went under 10 minutes remaining first half. And let's see. That was a 10-second violation.
Yeah, there's the end of that chaotic trip down the floor, and Brady Dixon knocked down the 3. Give the Mustangs a 5-point lead. Yeah, not conventional, shall we say.
Layden Mashburn in. Number 1, 6'3" sophomore for the Knights, Alva, Florida. Luke Jamison in for the Mustangs, number 24, 6'3" freshman out of Auckland, New Zealand. Stolen away, getting in the passing lane was Dueno. Calvin back out, Mashburn off the side of the rim. Also, Sasha Alexiev in for the Mustang. Mashburn drove in. The Knights bench wants a foul. They don't get it.
Well, everything's contested, not for the meek.
See, Alexiev back out for some reason.
Yeah, the meek shall inherit the earth, but they're not going to inherit this basketball floor today. It's not for them.
Number 20 for the Mustangs, Tim Herbert, 6'5", out of the Netherlands is in.
Yeah, Tim's parents here.
Okay.
Dave was going to see if they wanted to come over at halftime for a little talk.
He's had injuries most of the year, so I'm sure they're happy to see him on the court. Jamison for 3, bang!
Yeah, that's...
Luke Jamison dials long distance. Remember, we used to have to dial long distance.
You know, Luke knows what his role is on the team, and that's it. And he takes that shot, misses it, nobody says a word because he's a sniper.
You know, that one big game he had have set him up for the rest of the year.
Yes.
Decker. And look at the steal by Marsh. Marsh takes the hop skip. It doesn't stay down. Herbert is fouled. And Tim Herbert's going to the line.
Well, this is the energy of the second starting 5, Jim, coming in. They don't have quite the depth today because of the injuries to Pound and Jacobs. So normally Brigitte's coming in with that crew, but these guys came in and they fueled it, that's for sure.
One more shot for Herbert. He's only played in 3 games. Again, he was part of that early group of players on the bench, not dressed. And he missed 2, but more. And a foul on the Mustangs, I think. I was hoping he'd make the foul shots with his parents here.
Sitting right across the way.
Brigitte in, and Caden Moore will take a break. I bet you it'll be a short one today for Caden.
Yeah, Caden's going to see a lot of minutes today, Jim, no question about it. He's a good matchup on Calvin.
Yes. Mustangs by 8, 3-pointer, bang! Deep left corner, Landon Mashburn. Cuts it to 5. Marsh with the basketball. Marsh down the lane, and he lost it, or off somebody's foot. It's going to be Knights ball. Timeout on the court, 8:09 remaining first half. Central Maine 21, Vermont State Randolph 16 on Munzing Media Sports.
Yeah, good. Look in the huddle.
Keep going and kick it out of bounds. There's a man open, we get to the ball, the lead man. All right. Who's got 5? All right. We're going to run Purdue with this group now, okay? Be strong with the ball. Take care of the ball. You understand? You grab every ball, you rip that out. You take care of it. We're off to the races now. All right? Everybody understand what we're doing? Okay. No, we're still in 5. We're going full court 5. Full court, full court, full court. You're back, okay? Undercover.
There you go. Coach sticking with this 5. 8:09 left here in the first. Gone by pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Only 7 total fouls in the game.
Both teams shooting right around 40%. Calvin being watched by Williams. Calvin drives, tries to slither along the baseline, and going to be a foul on CM.
Women not playing today is Vermont State University at Randolph. Not fielding a women's team for this weekend at least. We're not quite sure what's going on there, so we won't speculate.
They played about a week and a half ago against Southern Maine, and they did have 5 players there and 1 injured on the bench. I happened to see that. A foul on Central Maine again. On Jamison. Luke Jamison comes out as Crady Dixon re-enters. Knights ball from underneath the basket, their own baseline area. Jenkins will trigger it in. They're going to go way out into the backcourt, which is perfectly legal. Sometimes somebody will yell that it isn't, but it is. Jenkins gave it up to Mashburn. 6 to shoot, Knights. Off glass, no good, and I think there's a foul on Central Maine again.
Those have come quickly. Going to be on Brigitte, I believe, underneath in the rebounding action, Jim.
Team foul number 6 on Central Maine. Calvin, little change of hands on the dribble. Gives up the dribble. Mashburn on the drive. 8 to shoot, Knights. Jenkins the shot wide. Caden Moore in for Alex Brigitte.
And Coach Dave, you saw what a nice pat in the back for Alex.
Will Duke will walk it up. Gives it to Dixon. White with the ball. Down in the corner to Duke. Back out to White. Duke left of the foul line extended. Going to bring it out front. Dixon looks underneath. Returns it to Duke. And pass intended for Moore. Deflected and stolen away by the Knights.
Yeah, Calvin with a good read.
Calvin for 3. Got all iron. Rebound Dixon. He's sky for that. Moore. And he's going to shoot 2. I always get nervous when somebody gets elevated and then fouled in midair. I never got fouled in midair, Rob, but I've heard that some people do. So Moore. At the foul line. I think that's one shooting percentage that Central Maine coaching staff would like to see improve, because like they're around 62%.
Yes.
You would love to get up around 70. 1 out of 2 that time. 6:25 remaining first half. Central Maine by 6. 3-pointer. Bang! That was Vic Dueno from Amsterdam, New York. So the Knights getting some other players involved in the scoring. Dixon deflected and stolen away. Knights get their hands up in the passing lane.
They do. Yeah, they're pesty in the passing lane for sure. Good anticipation. They're quick. They've got athletes out there everywhere.
Calvin being watched by White. Dueno goes baseline. Back out, 3-pointer. That's wide by Dueno. Six fouls on Central Maine, 5 on Randolph. Right now, the possession arrow pointing in the direction of the Mustangs. Ryan White in the corner, Dixon. White looking things over. Will Duke with it right in front of the Knights bench. Herbert goes into Moore, up and good.
Oh, nice pass by Tim Herbert right there.
Yes.
Catch, quick release.
And sneaking away and scoring, Landon Mashburn.
Well, much more balanced scoring than we normally see from the Knights, so this is pretty good idea for them.
5 minutes remaining first half. Mustangs by 3 with the basketball. Dixon has it deflected, actually kicked.
And we'll take a look at that little touch pass by Herbert. He gets a pass in from Duke and really quickly right to Caden Moore back live.
Swish!
Just in time.
The aforementioned by Rob Munzing, Caden Moore from about 12 feet left baseline from our position.
Yeah.
5-point Mustang lead. Mashburn comes out of the corner, dribbles across the foul lane, and dumps it off to Conde, who pretty much scores uncontested.
Yeah, nice pass by Mashburn right in there, the bounce pass.
26-23, Central Maine. Ryan White being guarded by Dueno. Inside to Duke, kicks it out to Dixon for 3. Got the rim. Loose ball rebound, finally tracked down by Dueno. And the Knights head up court. 3-pointer. That one rattles off. Calvin comes in. Nobody checked him out. He caught it and laid it in.
Yeah, what a heady player Calvin is. We've seen this act before.
Oh, yeah.
Not an act. It's a great athleticism by Calvin.
Mustangs only by 1.
Got a kick, I think. Like you say, Jim, it seems like Jalen's been around this league for about a decade.
Yeah.
There's players like that out there that you just say, gee, this guy's got a 12-year career.
As an opposing coach, you can hardly wait to buy him a graduation card.
Exactly.
Marsh back in. It gives to Dixon. Williams. 5 to shoot. That one spins off by Marsh. Ball bounces around. Still loose, and it's off Calvin. Nice hustle, Grady Dixon to get involved.
Yeah, they'll get 20 seconds put on the shot clock for this. Knights in a zone and losing track of checkouts a little bit, giving some offensive board opportunities for the Mustangs. Thanks for tuning in. I know there's lots going on a Saturday almost evening. We're glad you're with us here. It's going to wrap up first semester for us.
This month has gone by fast.
Yes, yeah.
In a number of areas, but games. I'd be interested on both the men's and women's team. How many student athletes head home for a couple of weeks? Do they fly or to Australia, New Zealand, Netherlands? Or are they going to be around or what? And look at that rebound up and in for Jaden Williams. He was around. He was hanging around and laid it in off the Moore miss.
Yeah, Williams with a couple of big buckets here in the first half.
The Knights with it, trailing by 3. Almost lost around the baseline. Nice catch in the corner. And short by Calvin. Loose ball, rebound. The Knights have it. Here's another 3-pointer. This one is short. Nothing. Will Jenkins went wide with that one. Dixon tees one up. Bang! That Grady Dixon, you never know where he's going to pop up.
Well, Keontae found him. There was a beautiful pass, a look-off pass.
And lost out by the Knights.
We'll take a look at it. See the end of the play right there. Grady all by himself, but give credit to Marsh for finding him.
I've seen a couple of pushes away from the ball, so we'll keep an eye on that. I know last night's game, from the video perspective, looked kind of chippy at times. 31-25, Central Maine, 2.5 minutes to go, first half. Coming into this week, Vermont State Randolph ranked number 1 in the country in Division II. Dixon for 3, a little too long, and almost grabbed by Williams, but grabbing out of his hands was Jaden Clark.
Yeah, Jaden playing hard out there. Williams.
And traveling. Nearing a 2-minute mark remaining. And a blocking foul. That's going to be team foul number 6 on the Knights. So we're not shooting at this point.
And we won't shoot for long with the 2-minute mark, Jim. That's why this first half's really going by in a blur.
Dixon will trigger it in from his own baseline. Has to go way outside to Duke. Dixon thought about it. Gives it to Williams. Williams for 3. Bang! Jaden Williams.
7 points now for Jaden in a really productive first half. Remember we said who's going to step up with the guys out? Ben Williams, one of the guys.
He was 4 out of 20 on threes before that, Rob. Here's Will Duke being pressured. Marsh, nice catch, Williams. Down there, Marsh hangs it on the rim, but there's his best friend, Caden Moore.
Here's Moore finishing, and then we'll show you the other one before. Marsh goes up, makes a good play, and there's Moore inside position. Puts it up and home.
Caden Moore's everybody's best friend off a miss, right?
Well, he can clean like nobody's business. 16 points, Jim, for Caden.
Yeah, I'm saying he sort of bails out anybody shooting if they miss. Caden goes, don't worry about it. Swish with that one for the old-fashioned three-point play. 37-25. Central Maine on a run here to end this first half.
Well, we had Caden on, and you could see it in his eyes. He was ready to step up and play more minutes, and he has, and he's got 17 points.
Calvin double team. Now he's watched by Marsh. And it's going to be 1-1.
They call Keontae for getting a little handsy.
Yeah.
As you said, Moore just a beast on the boards. He's got 5 rebounds in the game. Jim, I took your advice. Remember I was talking the other night, I made a thing, and I said, I don't even have the live stats on. I got thinking, driving down today, I said, I've got an iPad. I'll just pull the live stats up.
Yeah, okay. You and I discussed before, you come up with a great idea, and either in our educational careers or broadcasting careers, and you're patting yourself on the back and go, wait a minute, you should have thought of this 5 years ago.
Exactly. Not exactly rocket science. I mean, when I call the game, sometimes I'll do production and play-by-play, and I'll have the live stats with me, and now I'm doing production color. Why not?
10-point lead. Moore makes it 12 as we're under a minute to go, first half.
19.
39-27, Central Maine. Calvin, change of pace dribble. Floating shot, Calvin does not get the roll. Rebound loose. The Knights have it, and the shot no good by Nate Decker, but he's going to go to the line.
Well, you're going to beat the Mustangs. You're going to have to score some points because, in the years that we've been covering, I think this is the highest scoring team we've covered. What they average in a game, Jim? I know you always have those stats right with you.
They're averaging 85.4 points a game.
Yeah.
The Knights, 84.8. Decker was 4 for 12 coming in at the foul line. And 1 out of 2. All right, 4-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Luke Jamison has returned.
Yeah, he's in there in case they need a 3. And Coach Hughes, as soon as he checked in, said, shooter. Teams know each other well.
So the Mustangs can run it down. Again, about a 3.5 second difference between the two clocks. Marsh peeks over his shoulder to Coach Gagne. Duke in the corner to Jamison, out to Marsh. Moore powers his way, no good. Still 6 seconds to go. Sneaking away and scoring is Nate Decker. And I'm not sure Coach Gagne liked that to end the half.
Well, that's a really good job on the defensive end by the Knights and to turn that into a bucket. And 9-point lead, but could have been double digits.
A very positive run, though, of the last 5 minutes for the Mustangs.
No question about it, Jim.
So as we go into the locker room, after one half of action, this YSCC conference matchup, Central Maine Community College 39, Vermont State University Randolph 30 on Munzing Media Sports.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost, and for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2022 to 2025. Set your goals and find your path at CMCC. Let's build a future together.
Provides our program exactly what they say, a chance for small colleges to compete. It's leveling the playing field for everybody.
Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher.
An HVAC technician.
Pediatric nurse. Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect.
Physical therapist.
I'm going to be a lawyer.
Or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor.
A machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer.
An athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
Are you stuck with an annuity that's not meeting your needs? Maybe the returns are lower than you expected, or the terms no longer fit your financial goals. Upgrading your annuity could be the solution you've been looking for. With better rates, more flexible options, and the potential to increase your income, upgrading can help you make the most of your investment. We are here to guide you through the process, making it easy and ensuring your financial future is based on your specific goals. Call us to explore your options today.
Do you know that your current annuity might not be the best fit anymore? In today's markets, there are new options that could offer greater flexibility, higher growth potential, and even enhanced benefits that can be specifically tailored to your needs. Upgrading your annuity doesn't just mean better rates. It's an opportunity to explore these new innovative options designed to help you get more out of your investment. Don't settle for outdated terms. Contact us today to learn how upgrading your annuity can open the door to better opportunities in your retirement.
The environment is just awesome.
Great campus, small, close-knit community.
Everyone's really welcoming.
Everything feels very personal.
You feel like you belong here.
Our goal in public service is to improve the quality of life in communities. This is the Public Service and Social Sciences Department. We originally started with criminal justice, and then we added more programming.
I'm in the forensic science program.
I want to become a state fire investigator.
State trooper.
I want to be a game warden.
Forensic psychologist.
Behavioral health professional.
CM offers a lot more hands-on learning than most places.
The only way to give them that experience is to do that through immersive scenario training.
You actually dust their fingerprints.
Learning how to go through, take pictures, what to look for.
We are the only college in the state of Maine that offers a third-year advanced certificate in police operations.
It is a great way of excelling your career and jump-starting you onto that path.
Public Service Simulation Center allows us to fully implement an immersive training environment.
Can I see your other hand?
You just don't want to get boxed in.
We teach de-escalation and empathetic communication to better address community needs.
The instructors are awesome.
They really care about our education.
We have people that teach who have been members or are actively members of these industries. This is a one-of-a-kind program.
It's preparing me to have a step up in my professional career.
Here at the school, they're really invested in our education.
It's a nice environment.
Munzing back here at Kirk Hall. Well, we want to tell you something we're excited about. The CM Educational Foundation is excited to kick off its 2025-2026 annual fund campaign supporting scholarships for Central Maine Community College students, whether they are learning to be future nurses, skilled trade professionals, or early childhood educators. Your donation today helps local learners stay in school, succeed, and build our community's future workforce. Big or small, every gift creates an opportunity. You can visit www.cmcc.edu/donate or that QR code up on the screen. You can put your phone up to that. It'll take you right to the page. So let's cheer loud, give proud, and invest in our students, because when CMCC students win, the community wins. I saw online today that they had the nursing graduation, the penning ceremony last night. Boy, that was really impressive. And I was proud to see that one of my former student athletes from Gardner Area High School, his daughter, just graduated in the nursing program. Josh Massey, his daughter, got penned last night, so congratulations to the Massey family and all the graduates of the nursing program with their ceremony last night. Really one of the top-notch nursing programs around. Graduate for CMCC nursing program, and you've got yourself a job. Most of the graduates are employed as soon as they go out into the workforce, so that's one of the really great programs down here. My grandson is involved. He wants to be an electrician. He's looking at the electrical program down here as well, and I'd love to get him down here, and then I could use him as one of the student workers for us on our cameras. Yohan Terrell doing our work today. Yohan is a member of the championship soccer team. If you want to read about all the great successes here at CMCC this past fall, newsletter out tracking all the great successes from the first semester. And, of course, we continue it here in the winter semester as well with the teams that are ongoing here. A lot of them started early in the fall even. We were doing hockey in September this year, and they're still playing. They're number 7 in the country, up to as high as number 3 in the country this year. And, of course, the championship soccer teams and women's basketball number 1 in the standings, men's basketball number 7 of the season. Good time to segue right in as Coach Morong walks into the screen just as I'm talking about the success of the women's team. They're not playing here today as the Knights not fielding a women's team at this moment right here. See Mustangs back on the board to warm up with a 9-point lead. We want to thank all the wonderful folks that have been watching us throughout the course of the year, all the great support we get here from Central Maine Community College, right down from the top administrator right down to everybody that helps us out here at Kirk Hall getting the games and going, and feel very welcomed always to be down here in about our 10th year of being the exclusive streamer for Central Maine Community College. And this is something that we're very proud of. We think we bring you the very best in streaming coverage in the YSCC here from Kirk Hall, and from the athletic complex, the baseball, the softball, and all kinds of wonderful things that are going on here. So Mustangs have built a 9-point lead. Jim Toomey's going to rejoin me shortly here. We'll be able to bring you into the halftime stats as soon as Jim is back up and set to go on the air. And Jim has rejoined us here and be able to take a look at the first half stats.
All right.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, Rob. Team stats first. For the Knights, they shot 41% from the floor. Mustangs, 44%. Behind the arc, the Knights, 3 out of 12. Mustangs 4 out of 10. Foul shooting 5 out of 6 for Randolph, 3 out of 7 for Central Maine. 13 turnovers by the Knights, 5 by the Mustangs. Rebound edge today goes Vermont State Randolph 19-15. The Mustangs have 11 assists at the half, 7 for the Knights. Individually, Jalen Calvin with 7 points on 2 out of 6 shooting. He does have 6 boards. Mohamed Condé, 6 points. Landon Mashburn, 5 points. 4 points for Will Jenkins. Vic Dueno had 3. Likewise, Nate Decker with 3. 2 points for Jaden Clark. For the Mustangs, double digits at the half. Caden Moore, 19 points on 8 out of 14 shooting. He has 5 boards. Crady Dixon had a couple of threes on his way to 8 points. He has 3 assists. Jaden Williams getting a start today, 7 points. Luke Jamison hit one from behind the arc for his 3 points. 2 points for Alex Brigitte. Keontae Marsh did not score, but you know what? He doesn't care because he had 5 assists. Ryan White, Will Duke, and Tim Herbert also saw action in that first half. 39-30, Central Maine over Vermont State Randolph. As we said in the USCAA poll, the last one I saw, Randolph was rated number 1, Rob.
Yes, yeah, they were. And, that's going to change because UMA beat them last night, and that will affect that number 1 rating, I'm sure. But the YSCC school's very well represented in the top scene. Looking at some of the crowd in here tonight, and as Jim told you at the start of the game, a lot of the kids headed out already on semester break. We congratulate all the students here at CM to complete the first semester. It's always a challenge to get through your exams, and congratulations. I'm sure they're all taking a deep breath this weekend, and I doubt many of them are up before noontime. That's my guess, Jim. if I know college students, and that's
we better get a couple of extra grocery carts ready for the folks at home to go shopping.
Oh boy, absolutely. The kids are coming in. Get yourself over to Hannaford's. Get them stocked up. Well, we've had a great first semester here, Munster Media. All the great games were covered. I want to thank Jim Toomey, Rob Kennedy, Patrick Dexler, Ryan Palmer, all the folks that have done games for us and with us during the course of the first semester here. And one of the things we pride ourselves on is our professionalism and what we do here to give you a professional streaming. And that starts right with the guys that we have doing the play-by-play. And we thank everybody that does that. They come prepared. They give you the very best in play-by-play. And that's something that when Dave and I talk, and when he was talking about what we could do for them, I said, I guarantee you that we're going to bring in top-notch people that will be doing our games. And we'll continue to do that, and I know it's appreciated by you folks at home.
Well said, Rob. And speaking for the other gentlemen, we appreciate that. I'd say that Rob's the executive producer, but he doesn't act like an executive. See, so he's easy to work with. He's always prepared. You know, I'm here usually about an hour and a half before game time, and I'm not sure. I've only beat Rob probably once or twice in 6 years, Rob. I probably got here before you, 1 or 2 times in 6 years. I think Rob must sleep here.
Well, it depends on the setup. When I can leave it, which I do, which is a huge risk. It took me years to feel confident about that, and I finally do. I leave it set up, and today I came in, just had to hook a couple of things up. But when I got to do a complete setup, it takes me a little while because, you know, we're doing the 2 cameras. Here they are. We'll get 2 cameras in here. And I want to thank Steve English for helping me out because I'm colorblind, so I can't match the camera. So I had Steve doing the camera matches for me today to get them so they looked right. So that's a huge thing. But we're always innovating, Jim.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
you know, we're trying new ideas. We've got the coaches mic. And, you know, there's a lot of responsibility goes with that. You know, they have to understand that, you know, we're running the family hour.
That's right.
And you don't want to slip up and, you know, and these, you know, Coach Morong and Coach Dave, very, very professional. In fact, let's hear what Dave's saying to the kids.
You guys pick your men up. Say we talked about, right? Okay. Let's go.
All right, for the Mustangs, I see Dixon, White, Duke, Moore, and Brigitte. That was the original starting lineup, I believe.
Yes, it was. Today it was. Yeah, Ryan got the start.
And I think the original starting lineup for the Knights. Hope fans of both schools enjoying this one around the state of Maine, around the country, and around the world on Munzing Media Sports. Duke got the ball back from White. White's got it again. High post, Brigitte whips it to Dixon. Dixon looking underneath. Almost collapsing 2 or 3 players on Moore. Down the lane, swish! Ryan White. That was a nice executed play.
Well, they're really trying to take Caden Moore out of it with 19 points. Why wouldn't you? And he found the open guy.
3-pointer by the Knights, no good. That was missed by Conde. Dixon bounced past to Duke. Duke got it back. Dribbling out front is White. Brigitte faces the basket, loops it into Moore, and knocked out of bounds. Excellent defense by Jaden Clark, who got involved. He's from the Big Easy, New Orleans. Dixon will trigger it in from his own baseline area. Out to Brigitte. 3-pointer Dixon. Bang! What's this? A foul after? What is it?
No.
A warning for delay a game?
I don't even know if it's a warning. I just think it was just, let's stay off the floor, guys. The bench came up on the 3 like they do, and they just said, hey, let's get back.
Again, Grady Dixie, you know what his favorite spot is? Any place he decides to shoot from.
He's up to 11 now, 3 of 5 on threes.
Out of the corner, now they dump it inside. The Knights, a little push underneath. I think it's on Jaden Williams.
Here's the Grady Dixon 3 here, right in front of the student section. You'll see them jump up. There are a few students here. Not many, a few.
It's up to a 14-point Central Maine lead.
Yeah, Port Junction right here for the Knights.
And there's an excellent move inside.
Oh, boy, pretty.
Jaden Clark. I think he knew exactly what he wanted to do, and then he executed it. Dixon bounce pass to Brigitte to Duke. Williams for White, rather. 3 points, Ryan White. Ryan White getting a start. He started earlier in the season a number of times. And down the lane, another basket for Jaden Clark. Another one of those seniors. Duke and Dixon playing pass. Brigitte at the high post. White on the far side. Dixon skips it baseline. Moore turns and overshoots. Rebound off the floor by Calvin.
Yeah, they got Calvin on Moore. He's given up about 3 inches.
Jenkins left of the foul line extended is Clark. Decides to bring it out front. Dueno. Calvin for 3. Bang. Nothing but net. All of a sudden it's back to 10.
Well, that's a good little answer.
Dixon directs a little traffic. Mustang spread the court. Dixon takes a 3. Bang!
Oh, my.
Dixon, Mr. Nonchalant, right? Pass this way, I get it back. Pass this way, I get it back. And I think I'll take a 3.
Up to 14 points.
50-37, Central Maine. Calvin wants a screen. Calvin goes to the hoop, goes left his feet. And now the Knights get it back. Calvin for a three from the corner, no good. The rebound up and in for Jaden Clark. Clark getting involved.
6 points in the second half for Clark.
Bounce pass into Brigitte, peeks over. Gives it to Duke. Duke baseline, kicks it back out to Dixon. Duke in the deep left corner, out front to White. Brigitte has it at the foul line. Brigitte starts a drive and lost it. As of today's standing, Central Maine 7-0, followed by UMA 7-1, Randolph 3-1, Paul Smith College 6-3. No good by Conde, easy rebound for Brigitte. White passes to Moore. Moore, line drive shot. And what's going on?
Well, that's way away from the ball on the rebounding action. Let's see.
Going to call it on Brigitte, I think.
Alex is a little befuddled.
Yeah, it's his third foul.
Yeah. He wants to talk to the manager.
Yeah.
Where's the manager? I want to talk to her.
Jaden Williams enters for the Mustangs. Left of the foul line extended. Here comes Clark. Almost lost it, and he does lose it over there.
Oh, wait a minute. They're going to. Little partner officiating is continuing.
I just don't know who has the final say.
I would say you ask somebody right there in the front row. They
Yeah.
saw it best. One of the folks. Mr. and Mrs. Peterson over there, I believe. At least Mr. Peterson over here.
And who are the Petersons?
Yeah, I'm sorry, the Herberts.
Okay.
The Herberts, not the Petersons. That's a
I was
different,
gonna
that's a different movie. The Petersons.
I'm going Petersons. Who's that? Down the lane and a finger roll. And they're going to count the basket as Jaden Clark went down the lane and ended up with a pretty controlled shot and took some contact, so he's going for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Well, Clark has come to life here in the second half. He had 2 points coming in. It's up to 10.
He's a 68% foul shooter, averaging 15.2 points a game. And nice touch there for the old-fashioned three-point play. 50-42, Central Maine. 15-20 left, second half. White down the lane, gives up his dribble to Duke. Dixon jump past the Duke. Duke coming in the baseline, gives it to Moore, and Moore grabbed his own miss and laid it in on the other side.
Wow.
The initial shot came from the right side, got his own rebound on the left and went softly off the glass.
Yeah, it's not often you make the shot on the strong side and you weak side rebound. That's a gifted rebounder.
Let's see, one shot clock says 21, Rob. The other one to your right says 2.
Yeah, they fix it.
Clark with the ball. Conde swings it around to the left of the foul line extended. Calvin wants to go to work. Calvin, baseline, leaves his feet, and Will Duke gets in the passing lane. Here comes Duke. Is a push in the back. Score the basket, Will Duke.
Oh,
plus one.
What a play. Well, let's go back. White with some great defense there. And look at the read by Will Duke. Got right in the passing lane. The defender's equal with him, but Will has got great speed, closing speed, takes a peek behind, goes up, takes the contact, puts it home. What a play by Will Duke.
Sophomore from Rockport, Maine, Camden Hills Regional High School. Nickname, Windjammers. That one spins off.
I bet there was some windjamming going on last night down there.
Oh, yeah. Hey, down there laying it up and in. Jaden Clark, Rob.
High score now here for the Knights, up to 13.
10-point Mustangs lead. Moore backs in. Skips it to the corner to Duke, outside to Dixon. Duke, deep left corner, dribbles towards the hoop, kicks it back out. Williams tries to go through traffic, and they call a tie-up. Possession arrow, Knights.
Yeah, some hands in there, tied it up. Well, Mustangs keeping the Knights at arm's length, Jim, with a 10-point lead here. That's where it's gone 10, 8, 12.
Right. Jenkins with the ball. Behind the arc is Decker, who's back in. They go inside. They're going to call a holding foul on Crady Dixon.
Yeah, Crady stepped over, but contact on the step over wasn't clean.
Four fouls on the team, only one on the Knights. Pass came into Conde, and now Jenkins. Keontae Marsh in there guarding Jenkins. Conde works inside the paint and scores. Mohamed Conde down to 8. Now before, this was when the Mustangs would hit a 3 and you'll back up to double digits. They lead by 8. Marsh by the student section. Here comes White out of the corner. Jump pass to Marsh. Marsh takes it deep and does not make the shot. Rebound Jenkins. The Knights go inside to Clark. Skips it back outside for a 3. And that was banked in. Nate Decker just put his palms up in the air and said, I don't know, but it went in.
Crash, boom, bang.
Down to 5. The lead for the Mustangs. And we play on. I don't know why we play on, but we play on. Calvin being guarded by his opposition number 5, White. Here's Decker by mid-court. Will Jenkins. Marsh is guarding him. 10 to shoot. Handoff to Calvin. And a legal screen, I think, on the Knights. I think it's on Mohamed Conde.
Yeah, Coach Hughes not happy with the call, or at least wants an explanation for it. He's getting it.
Landon Mashburn going to come in for Conde, even though he only has 1 foul.
Good look at Coach right there.
And then we get a timeout here. 12:09 remaining, second half. Central Maine 54, Vermont State Randolph 49 on Munsing Media Sports.
Caught in a walk-up game again. We're caught in a walk-up game because you're not running down the court. If you're tired, tell me. I'll get somebody else in. Okay? You can't take shots like those. Nobody on the basket. You know what I mean? All right? Okay. We were just in Purdue, right? When you see the film, 3 guys are standing watching. You can't stand and watch. Hold your spacing, right? Turn the corner. Twice you're going to turn the corner. You did. You passed it back out. Turn the corner. Yes. All right? We got to be in front of post players. How many times did I throw the ball at the top? They haven't. Be in front of the post player. Work harder to be in front. Don't wrap around. Don't grab. Right? Okay. Let's come back. No. Stay with Purdue. Stay with Purdue. Let's go.
Corrections, and then here's what we do.
Let's see. It's going to be Moore, Marsh, White, Jamison, and Duke for Central Maine. Again, this is the last game until 2026, and the Mustangs become the Road Warriors.
Boy.
Their first games they spend overnight at Fort Kent as they play 2 games at Fort Kent on the 9th and the 10th.
Yeah, likely won't be sunbathing involved.
Back out to Jamison. Jamison on the drive. Marsh stops, shoots, does not get it. Look at that rebound by Moore. And let's see. He step out of bounds? Basket doesn't count, though, Rob, I don't think.
I'm not sure what the call is.
I think he must have stepped out of bounds.
We're looking at it right here. Travel.
Okay.
Okay.
Jenkins drives, comes up short. Nice rebound. Jamison as he climbs the ladder. Moore right down the middle, coast to coast, missed. Rebound, swish! Big bucket, Ryan White.
Yeah, that's big by Ryan, but a good breakout, and that's exactly what Coach talking about in the huddle. Hey, let's run. We're the Mustangs. Full gallop.
Calvin through traffic. Changes hands about 4 times in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
He whirls into the lane, the fall away. Back rim, a rebound, Duke. Marsh kicks it for Jamison for 3. Overshoots. Calvin's got it. Mustangs, they got to get back. And they do. Bang! That was Landon Mashburn.
Stepped right into it, did Mashburn.
Coming off the bench. Sparking the Knights as he did in the first half with a couple of good plays.
Yeah, he's got 8 points.
4-point Mustang lead. They have the ball with 10:40 remaining. White takes it deep. Has to go to Marsh. Duke swings it to Jamison. Jamison from downtown, short. And Randolph ball.
Not easy to deliver a knockout punch against either one of these two teams.
Right.
They're good offensively.
Dixon's back for the Mustangs along with Williams.
Big contributions here in the second half. Jaden Clark for the Knights up to 13 points. He's got 11 of them here in the second. And Mashburn also up to 8 points. Moore with 21 and Dixon with 14 leading scorers for the Mustangs.
I think Jenkins going to be replaced.
Got hit in his small leg.
Okay. Nate Decker gave the ball up to Clark. Clark through traffic. 2 shots. Second foul, Jaden Williams. Jaden Clark, the senior from New Orleans, at the line. Hush sells over the crowd.
There's a kind of hush all over the world.
1 out of 2. It's a 1-possession game, though, 56-53, as we near the halfway mark of the second half. Marsh to Moore. Moore down the lane, tries to split defenders. I think they're going to call a shooting foul, aren't they? I guess not.
Don't think so.
I saw the referee put.
No, he is. Yeah, he says he was in the motion shooting.
All
Okay,
right.
let him shoot too. You caught it, Jim. Eagle eyes.
Moore with 21. Now he's 4 out of 5 at the foul line.
Coach Hughes not agreeing with that call.
That one hit the front rim. Ball bounces around. Moore is one of the people who has it, and he scores! Caden Moore, and the Central Maine bench jumps up as 1.
Well, let's take a look at this whole sequence if we can. We'll go all the way back to the missed free throw, Jim. And it got tipped, and Moore came in, struggles for it, gets it, steps through traffic, and puts it up and in.
And he completes the 3-point play.
Wow, what a break that was.
60-53 Central Maine.
So that ended up being a 4-point sequence,
Yes.
right? Yes.
Calvin drives. Calvin dipsy-do layup is good.
That kid can finish.
He has great vision, too,
Oh,
of
he
what's
does,
open.
yeah. I like watching him play.
I like watching him against some other team, though. 5-point Mustangs lead. They have the ball. Brigitte back in. Baseline to Moore. Brigitte goes in and over the front rim. A delicate drop through the hoop for Alex Brigitte.
Well, a little give and go. The defense collapsed on Moore as they need to. He's got 25 in the game.
Calvin the fall away. Swish.
Oh, yeah, the kettle's ready.
Mustangs by 5. They have the ball. 8:50 remaining, second half. Marsh out front to Dixon. Williams goes to Brigitte. Marsh on the drive. Stops, shoots, does not get it. Rebound, bounces around, and grabbed off the floor by Mashburn of the Knights. Mashburn got it back. I thought he was going to tee one up, but he gives it to Calvin. That's always a good choice. Calvin gives up his dribble. Here comes Mashburn into the lane and off the rim, no good. Rebound. And going to be a foul is Nate Decker, the first-year player from Huntersville, North Carolina, will shoot 2.
Here's Brigitte on the nice little finger roll in for 2 on the beautiful pass by Moore.
He was 4 out of 12 coming in, now 1 out of 3 today. Will Duke back in, replacing Jaden Williams for CM. That one's also no good. Rebound Moore. Duke across the timeline to Dixon. Marsh with the ball in front of his own bench. Bounce pass, Brigitte whips it over to Duke. Far side, and now Duke wants the floor to be spread out. Dixon way out top to Duke. 7 to shoot, Mustangs. Dixon fakes. Duke fires up a 3, bang!
Oh, big possession.
With 2 seconds on the shot clock, Will Duke drains the 3. 64-57, Central Maine.
What a guy in his grill work, Jim.
Yes. Here comes a 3-pointer by Mashburn. Misses everything. Grabbed out of the air by Dixon. Dixon with the ball. Here comes Moore, left baseline for the big stuff! Caden Moore saw daylight, accelerated, and stuffed it in from the left side of the rim from his angle. 66-57.
2 big possessions back to back.
Calvin misses on the shot. Rebound Brigitte. Marsh out of the corner. Swish!
They need a timeout.
Caden Moore strikes again. And he's fired up, Rob.
He should be. Well, we've got a bevy of replays here. Let's get to them. We'll go back. We'll go from the latest one first. There's the Moore. 3 great possessions here by the Mustangs, Jim. That's not what I want. Let's go back. And let's look at this one. This is Moore along the baseline right here. Throw him outside, inside for the dunk.
11-point Mustang lead.
And I think this is the big Will Duke basket right here coming up. Right here as the shot clock. See that too, Jim. I think that possession right there is as good a possession as the Mustangs have had all year. They got cut off on several shots. They didn't force it. They took it down to 2, and then Will hit that jumper. with people in his grow work right there. That was a heck of a sequence. It was down to 5 points.
Yeah.
3 points at one time, and now 68 to 57, 11-point lead.
And even if Duke missed that shot, it still would have been a quality possession. So he just, put icing on the cake by making it.
Well, some good work there by the Mustangs, and they continue to rebound the ball well. So they've taken the shot here by the Knights. Knights will have another shot, too. You watch.
Yes.
Half-court trap.
They get it across, but already 10 seconds off the shot clock. Jenkins goes high post to Conde. Calvin ends up with it. Three-pointer Knights. No good. That was missed by Clark. Weak side rebound by the Mustangs.
Yeah, all Mustangs here. Mustangs caught him defensively. Caused a poor possession. Got the rebound.
Dixon cuts and lays it in. Talk about execution, Rob Munzing.
Oh, beautiful backdoor cut. They overplayed Crady. Crady took the backdoor cut. Got the beautiful pass. Classed it up and home. What a sequence here the last 3 minutes for the Mustangs.
Here's a three-pointer. Bang. Mohamed Conde is showing his range.
Well, that's a good answer against that trapping defense. You're going to have to hit a long three, and they did.
Mustangs by 10. They have the ball. 5:45 remaining, second half. Marsh in front of his own bench. Brigitte left baseline looking for help, and his pass goes astray.
Well, one thing you don't want in your Mustangs is unforced turnovers with a 10-point lead and give away a possession. And don't look in the rearview mirror, that's all. Put it away.
Shot up, no good, and the tap is good. Give credit to Jaden Clark, who followed his own shot and tapped it in. The lead down to 8. A big possession for the Mustangs just to break the streak here of not scoring on a few possessions. Brigitte dumps it into Moore.
Good defense.
And it's going to be Knights ball. There's trouble down in that corner.
Trouble in the cozy confines down there. Well, we told you the Knights aren't going away. I mean, they came right back, got it back. Single digits.
16 fouls on Central Maine, 4 on Randolph. Right now, Mustangs have the arrow. Here's a three-pointer, in and out. Conde had it halfway down. Dixon brings it across. Duke with it, being closely guarded. White still 15 to shoot. Brigitte lobs it into Moore, who does not get the roll. A good look by Brigitte.
Yeah, nice set.
Calvin left of the foul line extended. Here comes Clark. Clark all the way in. They're going to count the basket for Jaden Clark, +1.
Yeah, what a play by Clark. This is a beautiful finish by Clark. He's really been good here in the second half. Watch the spin here. Goes up, left hand off the glass and lays it up and in.
Is this like an 8-point run?
Yeah, high scorer.
I'd have to go back to the play-by-plays. Like 8 points in a row. Foul shot missed. 70-64 Mustangs, and there's foul number 5 on the Knights this half. Dixon will trigger it in right by his own coach. Duke. Far side to White. Dixon ends up in the right corner. Dixon got it back. Still 10 to shoot. They go into Brigitte. Brigitte turns, does not get it. Rebound Calvin. Calvin being watched by Moore. Three-pointer Knights. That one spins off, bounces around. The Knights, and it's going to be Mustang ball. I guess it was out of bounds over there?
Out of bounds,
okay.
yeah. Out of bounds.
3.5 to go. Mustangs by 6, but it's a precarious 6, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, need a good possession for the Mustangs right here.
Duke being closely guarded by his own bench. He needs help. There's Moore. Moore stops, shoots, got it!
There it is.
Smooth as silk, Caden Moore.
31 for Caden.
An illegal screen against the Knights. And it's not changed. The referee says I pointed the wrong way.
Yeah. Coach Hughes almost had a coronary right there. I was going to pull out the CPR kit.
What would have been something if they got a technical foul, right?
Yeah.
And then found out that
Yeah.
it was going to be reversed.
Boy, yeah, you couldn't do it. You know, they could tell you about anything there, and if you're the official, you know it's on you. Just turn your back. Don't, put the cotton in your ears. Don't hear that.
At the line, Will Jenkins. Gets the roll.
Eight fouls on the Mustangs, 5 on the Knights.
And the friendly roll for Will Jenkins. 72-66. Dixon and quickly in the front court. Here comes Moore, baseline. And Moore is going to go to the line as he's somehow found daylight along the baseline as he slithered in.
Yeah, we don't have to tell you, been watching Mustang basketball, that Moore is the man. He wants the ball in those situations, Jim. Can't coach that,
right.
You can't coach that. That's an intangible, we call that in the coaching business. Those guys that want it.
4 fouls on Jaden Clark. 1 more for Moore. I've referenced this before. Remember he got interviewed early last year along with Will Duke?
Yep.
He misses 2 there, but White with the rebound. Dixon for 3. Rattles off. Rebound Knights. But they've grown so much in a short period of time. And 2 shots. That's always a key to success at this level, right? Who makes the jumps from the first year to the second year?
Absolutely.
Both, with leadership and also with basketball skills. Clark back at the line. .243 on the clock. He'll try to cut it to 6. And he does. Nicely done at the foul line, Jaden Clark. Or rather, cut it to 4, I beg your pardon. 72-68.
Clark with 17 second half points.
Brigitte gives it to Moore. Moore handling the ball. He drives, and they're going to wave it off. Player control foul, Caden Moore. Credit the Knights for holding the ground.
Let's look at it. Yep, that's a good call.
2.5 minutes remaining, do I dare say, in regulation. Calvin brings it up. Jenkins gives it to Conde. Left of the foul line extended. Now they go inside. Jump shot. Conde, swish. Nice touch, Mohamed Conde.
Yeah, nice execution. The half court, that's set beautifully executed.
A 2-point game if the Knights have come back from double digits. I think it was a double-digit lead, about 10 minutes on the clock. Duke gives up his dribble. Brigitte to Duke. Duke spins. Duke takes it deep. And loose ball picked up by Calvin. Knights can tie or go ahead. Jenkins going to bring it outside to Conde. Conde out by the Mustang logo, or rather that was Jenkins. Still 12 seconds to shoot. Calvin looking things over. Calvin on the drive, almost slipped. Three-pointer Knights. In and out. That was missed by Jenkins. That was halfway down, Rob.
Boy, oh boy, that was a long three, and everybody collapsed inside. He had a look.
Is Moore. Moore goes in, and he's going to shoot two.
Yeah, Caden's got to hit the free throws. He's 5 out of 9. Missed the last two that he had.
Gee, now that you got your iPad, I can't tell you stuff like I used to.
You should wait on that.
No, like to wish everybody happy holidays around the world, however you celebrate them.
Yes.
We hope you enjoy family and friends and have a peaceful time. That one halfway down and out.
Keeps a single possession.
Yes. 73-70 Mustangs. Bounce pass across the lane. No good. Rebound Moore. Loose ball. And the Mustangs come with it. There goes Ryan White. And scores. Hung there tantalizingly so on the rim and went in for a 5-point Mustang lead. Down the lane, short. Rebound up and in by Will Jenkins. And we got a timeout on the court.
Well,
I don't know what the heck happened to our right during that sequence.
We're going to watch it because we're going to go back about 10 seconds on the replay, Jim, and we'll be able to see this whole sequence. Look at him fight for it on the floor. Duke's there. The officials, good job, let it go. Came out to Brigitte. Brigitte ahead of the pack, got it to White. Had to time it up. He does. Floats through the air and from an almost impossible angle, puts it up and down for the basket. A 3-point game.
All right.
Wow. Let's go to Dave.
You know what we're doing, right? Alex, on break. I'm sorry, Caden, on break. You're going to shoot it long, Caden. Right? Will, you'll come this way. Will's coming this way. After we catch, Grady, this is Alex. Once the catch, you go right up the middle, Alex. You got it? Take care of the basketball now. We have timeouts if we need it. You can't go 1-on-2 like that. Okay? All right. We get down here. Stay with motion, relax. We got plenty of time. We get trouble, I'm going to call timeout. Be strong with the ball. Dribble angles. Don't run away from the ball. Balls in trouble can meet every pass.
Evan down on the floor giving us that shot from the corner where he is, right into the huddle.
So any Central Maine foul will be 2 shots for the Knights. If the Knights foul, it will be at least a 1-and-1. And right now, the Mustangs have that all-important possession arrow.
Yes, that's important.
Pressure by the Knights in the backcourt. Dixon wants to get it in. Does so to Duke. Duke back to Dixon. Back to Duke. And finally, it's in the front court with 22 on the shot clock. About an 8-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. This will be a 1-and-1 for Grady Dixon.
Yeah, I think the Mustangs are happy about this. Sending Grady Dixon to the free throw line. Jim will have his stats.
He's 23 out of 30, 77%.
Yeah, I bet he's about the highest on the team. He and Will probably.
Let's see, I think his first trip tonight, isn't it? He was 0 for 1 earlier. Made that one.
Ooh. Need a little win from yesterday.
One more for the first-year player from Windham, Maine. I mean, like I said, 2-time state champs. Nothing but net. 77-72. Central Maine, here come the Knights. And there's a block by Dixon and grabbed by Brigitte. Now they throw it away. And there's the big dunk by Clark to cut it to a 1-possession game. And Dixon's going to go to the line.
Well, the Knights stayed with it because Dixon made a great play here. You're going to see it right here. Dixon with a good, clean block. And it got thrown away and back for the basket and then the foul. Remember, our clock official, you can see it right up in the corner anyway on the screen with 13.4 left. And
this is a 1-and-1, Rob.
Yeah.
3-point lead for the Mustangs. And cool as a cucumber. The proverbial cool as a cucumber, Grady Dixon, one more.
That's why he's well respected. He's cool, calm, collected. Grady up to 19 points. Big
and
ones.
he made that one, just like shooting baskets in his driveway in Wyndham. Mustangs by 5. Calvin from downtown Auburn, off the rim, no good. Rebound, Dixon. And that's going to be it as the Mustangs hang on. You said that the Knights would make a couple of runs, Rob. You were exactly correct.
Boy.
But the Mustangs weather the storm and end the first semester with a 79-74 win over the #1 team in the latest poll, Vermont State University Randolph. Mustangs now 14-5 overall, 8-0 in the conference. The Knights dropped to 9-4 overall, 3-2 in the conference. And look at them mobbing Caden Moore. As you said, who was going to step up, Rob? And a couple of players stepped up big for the Mustangs.
Oh, they surely did. Moore leading scorer with 32 points. Let's get everybody around Mr. Caden Moore. Well, we talked to Caden before the game, and we're talking to him after the game.
Yes, sir.
He had 32 points, 10 bounds. What a game. You said it'd be this kind of game, and it was.
Yeah.
You took their best shot and just came back punching.
Yes, sir.
Talk a little bit about the effort here today, Caden.
Sure, we was working hard all this time through the whole beginning of the semester. We planned for moments like this, and it's just a blessing to see it unfold. And we worked so hard for this moment. And
it looked like it took a little time to get going today. You know, you haven't played a lot of games lately, but once you guys got clicking, you had great balance. Grady with some big free throws down the end as well, and some big clutch plays. He had 20 as well. So you two guys, but good effort all around by everybody. And don't forget you have some guys out today. How about the guys that stepped up, Caden?
Well, we know that when times like this happen, like we lose JT, we lose Javion. Tay was injured, but he still pushed through it. You know, people know that they got to step up. So that's what this moment's for.
Well, you guys remain undefeated in YSCC play. Beat the #1 in the country team.
Sir.
I think the Mustangs are moving up in the corral rankings here. When the next rankings come out, let's see the Mustangs up there in 1 or 2 spots. Well, congratulations to all. You're going to get the Mustang Gallop out of the gymnasium here today.
Yes, sir. Come on now.
Here he goes, the Mustang Gallop for the Edge Nutrition Player of the Game, Caden Moore. Out he goes. What a scene. Well, that was a heck of an end here, Jim, to what's been a really fun home basketball season. I don't think we haven't done a loss here, I don't believe, between the men and the women, Jim. So it's really been, in regular YSCC play, and it's been a special season.
It has, and again, about 2/3 of the season is over. So it's not quite a half, but exams are over. They're going to take a break, and the teams will be back fairly early January, if not before. I mean, I think some people think that Division III or the junior college ranks don't come back so early, but they do. They don't have the full break like the other students.
Yeah, I think they'll be back about the first week. I think about January 5th is what I heard one of the kids say.
Yeah, the first games I see are at Fort Kent on January 9th and 10th. So it has been an exciting first half of the season. And they've improved. Both the men and women's team started out strong, but they also improved over the course of the 2.5 months.
Oh, no question about it. Yeah, playing their best ball when it's most important.
All right, you ready for stats?
Yes, we are, James.
All right. Vermont State Randolph, who made a heck of a run. We knew it was going to happen. And still, they're a quality team. They can beat anybody in any
well, the playoffs
any
are going to
game.
be crazy.
Oh, yes.
Down the road, but we'll celebrate this one now, but it's going to be something.
All right, let's go to field goal percentages. 45 for the Knights, 48 for the Mustangs. 3-point country, 7 out of 25 for the Knights, 7 out of 16 for the Mustangs. That's 44%. At the foul line, both teams doing okay. Randolph a little bit better, 11 out of 16. Central Maine only 10 out of 19, but they made some foul shots by Moore and Dixon late that were key foul shots. Looking at the rebound. End up, believe it or not, 35 rebounds apiece. Turnovers. 13 for Central Maine, 14 for Randolph. Let's go individually. Jaden Clark with a tremendous second half. Ended up with 22 points and 6 rebounds. Mohamed Conde, 15 points. Jalen Calvin, 14 points, 13 rebounds, and 9 assists. He was only 1 assist away from a triple-double. Landon Mashburn had some good play off the bench for 8 points. 6 points for Will Jenkins. Also 6 points for Nate Decker. And 3 points for Vic Duno. For Central Maine, Caden Moore, 32 points. He had a double-double, had 10 rebounds. 13 out of 24 shooting. Grady Dixon, with a big second half, had 20 points. Grady also had 6 boards and 5 assists. Ryan White, getting a start today, gave some excellent minutes, 9 points. Jaden Williams, 7 points. Will Duke had 4 points, 3 rebounds. Alex Brigitte had a whole bunch of minutes today. Scored 4, he had 9 rebounds, and Brigitte had 4 assists. He was always looking to see a player that was clear. Luke Jameson hit a 3-point basket for his 3 points. Keontae Marsh did not score, but Marsh had 6 assists. Tim Herbert saw action. His family from the Netherlands was here. He had a rebound and an assist. And Sasha Alexiev only played briefly today. I don't know if he was nursing something or not, but it's a positive ending to the season and just a wonderful game, especially if you win.
Yeah.
A very competitive game as we go into the break.
Well, Jim, I want to thank you for the great work this first semester of the games, and you and your family have a wonderful holiday and get some rest. And we've got a big late January into February coming up here with the Mustangs.
All right, Rob, thank you very much. And again, we'll say for the second time today, happy holidays wherever you are going to be around the world, the way you celebrate, and we hope it's a peaceful one for all. So speaking for all the Central Maine people here at the table, the whole administration, it's always a positive experience here at Central Maine Community College. For our executive producer, Robert F. Munzing, and for all our Central Maine students that do the cameras, I'm Jim Toomey saying the final score for the final time in this YSCC matchup, Central Maine Community College 79, Vermont State University Randolph 74. Until the next time on Munzing Media Sports, take care, everybody.